This is a post commentary of the event of last weekend, I think. It's playing the Flying Tigers versus Japanese air combat over the Rice Terrace arcade battle map, which pits the Japanese in their KI-43 fighters and KI-45 heavy fighters against the American side with their, or the American and Chinese side with their P-40. The history of this is that the Flying Tigers were all American soldiers basically quitting their commission to join a privately owned company which was a front for the American government to fight against the Japanese invading China at this point. This was done because the American government didn't want to go to open war against Japan at that time, the Empire of Japan, and the Japanese hadn't attacked Pearl Harbor. This event, for me personally, was initially very tempting because I love flying the KI-43, and yet you see me here not flying the KI-43 because this event made it utterly impossible for the Japanese to win. To give you a little bit of historic background to this, the Chinese and American volunteers always had to fight against the Japanese, greatly outnumbering them several times over, mostly getting bombed at their bases almost daily, and still inflicted more than equal casualties on the Japanese side, and thus making themselves one of the most iconic units or how privately military organizations of World War II. This battle, however, as you can see, is a total slaughter for the Japanese, because the Japanese are flying, are spawning head-on to the Americans, are flying in absolute equal numbers, even though the American P-40 is under ideal combat conditions way better than the KI-43, especially in head-on, and this is basically just a giant XP and lion pinata for every American player, which obviously someone in chat disagrees with, which I'm going to, which basically this guy in chat got me so reeled up that I wrote him back a few moments after this, because he was making claims that they're untrue, that the P-40 is bad and that its nose is wobbly. He was saying in the fact that, as you can see here, I'm on my third kill in this wobbly, bad plane. He continues to get, I think, 1 or 2 kills and gets to the second most points in this game. Where the American side in this battle lost 2 planes in this particular battle, and the Japanese were totally destroyed. This video was shot on a battle that I joined on the American side after I tried my luck for countless Japanese battles, and even getting 2 kills, never won a single battle, even no matter how hard we tried and how well organized the Japanese team was, because this battle basically was biased totally towards the American side. You can see me here coming in. Yes, I know this is kill stealing, I'm sorry for this, but I was basically very pissed at the guy in chat and showing him that I can just come in here, take some shots at this enemy. Yes, I know he was flying in a straight line, but that's basically it. And this was my 4th air kill. I really had hope for big hopes for this particular battle or event, because I thought, okay, turn fighters against boom and zoomers would be an excellent fight, and could really show off which pilot knows his stuff the best and who has the best discipline. If boom and zoom fighters will eventually try to start turning with the KR-43s and would totally be destroyed by them. But this didn't happen because this whole battle was so biasly set up that it wasn't actually a battle. It was just a slaughter fest for the American side, getting many points out of shooting down hapless Japanese. Yes, and the guy in chat now trolls the last Japanese player for doing a head-on. Oh yes, right, what was he supposed to do? Anyway, you'll see the battle results screen in a second. And this basically is the reason why I haven't touched War Thunder in the whole past week. I'm really thinking hard about going back into it because I don't know. I love the planes and the team play you can have, but this event stuff is really bad and getting out of hand. So perhaps till soon. Thanks for watching and goodbye.